Guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today we are going to be doing some high-end Christmas DIYs, of course using my favorite. We're going to be using some thrifted decor. So I picked this up through the summer, maybe last year, Goodwill, yard sales, etc., etc. But I think that thrifted decor always brings the best decor to the table. It gives you a good high-end look. Sometimes it's even real wood, and I think it just lasts a lot longer. So the first thing I did was sand down that sled and paint the top white. I actually left the bottom. I liked that red color. I thought it was really pretty. And then now I am going to be using a Chalk Couture silkscreen transfer. So when I do a lot of thrifted DIYs, I always use Chalk Couture or my Cricut, and I just think it just brings everything to a new fresh level as far as thinking that it came from a store versus the Dollar Tree. Now don't get me wrong, I have a good love for Dollar Tree. You guys have probably seen in my last videos, I have done a lot with Dollar Tree, but I just think that this just gives it a little nicer look. You get larger items. This sled actually came from my mom's house, but she got it from a garage sale for a couple dollars and had it for a couple years. And we thought we would just revamp it with a silkscreen transfer. And of course, I'm just going to be adding some greenery to the top and a bow. So everything I did end up sanding down, so you'll have to kind of go back to the first picture in the video if you want to see what any of these looked like before. Normally I don't do that. I don't know what came over me. I was just in a sanding mood. It took 2 hours to sand a lot of these items, or in total. So I didn't want to keep going back and taking photos. But I'm going to be painting the top of this sign with the Waverly chalk paint in the color white. And then I'm going to be going along the bottom and painting it with the color crimson. And that is also by Waverly chalk paint. These metal pieces, or I would say metal wire that was tied to the top, I decided to keep that because then I would have something to glue my little gingerbread girl to. And I picked that up at Hobby Lobby. I picked up a few and I've used a few in different DIYs, but gingerbread lately has been my favorite, so I could not pass up adding some sort of gingerbread DIY into this video. I just used my Cricut for the gingerbread bakery, and then this BU puffy fabric paint that came from Dollar Tree. And I bought a few of these, and they seem to be just a little more inexpensive than buying the Tulip brand, and I think it works the exact same. And then now I'm just making my fun little drip, and I kind of pound the sign to the ground just to get that drip effect. And then now I'm adding some faux sprinkles, and those are from Amazon. I'm using another Chalk Couture silkscreen transfer. This is one of the newer ones that you can still purchase. A lot of the ones I'm using in this video are a retired, or they came out last year, the previous year, and I just never use them. I buy so many and have so many great fun project ideas, and then I just never get to do them all through the years. So I wanted to use this sign. I think I have used this sign before. I ended up sanding it down and staining it, and then it was sitting in my garage for the longest time. So I thought that since these words fit perfect on here, that I had to use a sign. And it is close to winter in Michigan, so I'm really trying to get a ton of things used up in the garage, because on those cold days I do not want to sit out in sand. I really can't stain. It doesn't really dry. I cannot spray paint, do any of that. So I'm trying to downsize everything in the garage right now because it is still a total mess. I cleaned it, but still a mess. There's still a lot of stuff. I'm using the bright white chalk paste here, and then I'm just peeling them all back. I got this fun little, I'm not sure, I guess it's just a bunch of greenery and florals from a Michael's grab bag box. I'd say grab bags, but were huge boxes for 10 bucks. And I got a few of those boxes, and I don't really love the flowers, but I was like, I can use the greenery and all the fun golden embellishments that it has to offer. So that's where that came from. But I got a really like a lot of fun goodies. I've never bought a Michaels grab bag before, so it was actually pretty fun to open and check out to see what you get. So I may do that this year. I don't know. Time will tell, really. But I'm just adding some gold pieces to this along with a pine cone and that greenery, and that is all I did for this sign. I think this one is so pretty, and I love that stain color against, and if I know the stain color, I will link it below. Right now, I don't have a clue. In today's video, I also do want to show this really pretty makeup vanity. So if you guys are looking to get some Christmas shopping done early, I always seem to get mine done months in advance. This one is really pretty. I have a coupon code for you guys, and there is a clickable $30 coupon that you guys can use on the link through Amazon. So I will link that for you guys in the description box below. But this makeup vanity was so simple to put together. I love putting furniture together. It is like one of my favorite things to do. So when I put this together and everything was going into place from their great step-by-step instruction manual, I was ecstatic. So it only took about an hour and a half to put together, but I was in desperate need of a makeup vanity. I sit on the floor to do my hair and makeup every morning, 5:30. I grab all of my stuff out of a drawer, and every single morning I put it away when I'm done. I sit on the floor in front of a door mirror, and that is how I get ready every single day. So I'm ecstatic to be able to use this every single morning instead of sitting on the floor. There is a lot of really great features about this as well. So first off, I love the gold. I think it is beautiful. I also do want to show you guys that not only is it very pretty and functional, I love that there is shelving. I love that there's like little cubbies and drawers and places to actually put your items when you're getting ready in the morning. That is going to make things so much easier for me. But there is a couple cool functions on this vanity that I've honestly never seen or never looked into for a vanity. But this mirror is 360 degrees. It's rotatable LED mirror. Mine's against a wall, but it does go all the way around. And then the mirror also has a few different color modes. There is a warm yellow, and that's what that one looks like. And then there is a natural light one, and then there's also a bright white color, which I think that is also great. So you can kind of use whatever you choose in the morning, afternoon, at night, but I think the features are so beautiful. I just love this gold. I cannot get enough of this gold, actually. This seat also comes with it, and it seems like that it will be super easy to wipe up. So if you get makeup on it, it's like a pleather type feel to it. I think it is great. I also really love that there is a functional design to this, and it has a little charging station, which is so cool. So you don't have to plug in your hair dryer, your hair straightener underneath the vanity. This is just so awesome. I always use my phone in the morning. I like to watch movies on it, so it'll be really great to be able to plug things into this and charge my phone all at the same time. So if you guys want to check out Vab Chest in this makeup vanity, I will leave the link in the description box below along with a coupon code. This one, I had to use some sort of cutting board. It is just what I love using. There's some of my favorites. I know last year when I was looking back on Christmas videos, I realized I did so many different cutting boards, and then I ended up selling them and was a little bummed, but I can make more. And this one is probably one of my favorites, and it is so simple. I just used my Cricut Maker 3. And with the Cricut Maker 3, I don't really talk about using the Cricut, but it does make larger images. So some of the larger signs I have made recently, it's because I use the Cricut Maker 3, and they make very large items. But this one, I think this is like a 8 by 10, I think, some sort of. But I love the hot chocolate, 5 cents. It's from the Cricut Design Space, Cricut Design Space. It's from there. You just type in hot chocolate. Keep moving on. I just like to talk, obviously. I'm using another sign. This was 99 cents from a Goodwill. It's like a Goodwill bin store or something of the sort. I love that place because some things are like 99 cents, and then you see like a large sticker, and then they mark it down. It's just really great. But I painted the sign white. I wanted to use this Chalk Couture silkscreen transfer. And not everybody is into Chalk Couture. I totally understand that. Then go ahead and grab some stencils off Amazon. They will work I'd say they work similar. I don't really know. I do not like Stencils at all. I can't get them to work. They're just not good for me. But I do love the Chalk Couture silkscreen transfers. You can wash them, you can reuse them. I am obsessed with them, and I will link them in the description box below for you guys. But I grabbed this stencil like 2 years ago, and every Christmas, I'm like, I'm going to make something with it. I'm going to make something with it. And today was the day that I made something with it, finally, after years and years. I'm using the Candy Apple Eucalyptus and the color Camel for this transfer. And if you guys do or are into Chalk Couture and you want to know any of the colors that I used previously, let me know in the comments below. I'm just really bad at explaining and talking about absolutely everything. I get on to like storytelling and then I forget what I'm actually doing here. There's supposed to be tutorials. I guess my channel is 100% tutorials and fun, and hopefully I give you some kind of inspiration or ideas to craft, but I also really do like talking. So you get a little bit of everything over here. So I pulled this back, and obviously those cookies are not going to be plain like that. We're going to make them into gingerbread cookies. I know it says like sugar cookies, chocolate chip cookies. They're all going to be 100% gingerbread because that is what I love this year. So you kind of wait for this to dry, and then you put these over the top of your cookies, peel them back, and you have the coolest gingerbread cookies ever. I think these turned out amazing. And just to go ahead and use another, this chalkboard, this came from Walmart, $5. It's kind of like a little thrift goodie because it was on clearance. It's totally clearance find. It's exactly what it is, clearance. But I wanted to use this Snow Rider Sled Co. This is also like a retired transfer. These are the colors I'm using. We got Candy Apple, Bright White, and Bark. But this is another transfer I've had for years and never used it. And it's just, you know what? I felt like this year was the year to do what I wanted and what I wanted to put in my home. And these are definitely items that I would love to keep and have in my home. So I'm super happy that I decided to actually use things I purchased. And I think that is the huge goal for this year, is to use things that I have. I don't have to go out and buy a million things to craft with. I can use what I bought last year. It is 100% okay. I really am for saving. Save your money where you can. And if you already have things you bought last year for Christmas, why do you have to go and buy more stuff for Christmas? Unless it's puffy paint, then I will spend all the money on puffy paint this year because it's fun, and fake sprinkles. I think those were my 2 splurges this year, and some of those little puffy paints I got at the Dollar Tree. This is my favorite part about using Chalk Couture, is pulling this back and seeing the reveal of everything. I think this is the most satisfying thing that I ever encounter when I craft, except the puffy paint. When I like shake that stuff and like it makes fun drips, that is also pretty fun to watch, I'm not gonna lie. For this one, this actually was not even a real chalkboard. I think someone like painted black in the center. They did a really good job. Maybe it was like that, I don't know, but it was like the same as like the wood. There wasn't any like things sticking out. I don't know. I'm painting it white because white and red are my colors for the season. This silkscreen transfer you can get now. This is Hurry Down the Chimney Tonight. This one is cute. This is actually going to my mom's house. This was a request from her. She thought this transfer was cute, so I decided to go ahead and make it for her. I am using pretty much the same colors I've been using. I'm using that Candy Apple red color. I'm going to be using the color Forest. I love it. It is beautiful, and it is the same color green that I used for the sled. It's just very dark, very pretty. And then I'm going to be using the color Camel for the little log cabin. So if you see, I'm kind of pulling up the bottom because this chalk paste does dry very, very quickly. So sometimes if you are not quick enough, it will start drying, and then it doesn't really mess it up. It just kind of gives it a terrible fade, which does happen to some of mine too, because I feel like that I'm really hurrying and rushing and getting things done. And I'm like, oh man, like I wasn't fast enough. So that's kind of why I kind of peeled up the top and then just laid it back down. It didn't ruin it. It didn't hurt it at all. And then to top this off, I'm just adding a burlap bow to this. But you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed these fun high-end thrifted DIYs. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, consider sticking around and subscribing. Also, don't forget to check out Vab Chest and their makeup vanities. They're awesome. I will leave the link in the description box below for you guys. And that is it. I will see you in the next one. Bye.